have some Rangers optimism for a day. I don't know. Let me try that again. I'm excited the Rangers won. Whether or not that actually leads to optimism, I don't know about all.
We are back, baby. We are back in this thing.
Watch out. Don't let us get hot.
Mike's right. Do not let us get hot. Celebrate this thing. Ugh.
Or else what? The Rangers could win 8 in a row and still be really far back.
Wow. Not as far.
Dude.
I mean, if Houston and Seattle go 8-0 both, then we would stay the same.
This fire was just getting started. Kevin, I didn't say it was a burning inferno. I was just saying it's just getting started.
Wait
Here you walk in with a
when we
wet
take
rag.
down the 6'9".
Paul Skenes?
No, Ober.
Ober.
He's
Yeah.
6'9".
Bailey Ober.
We're facing a 6'9".
Nice.
Never mind. Don't ask that question.
Hold on. Are you not? Did that win last night not excite you? Was that not fun to watch?
No, did you not believe down 7-4?
No, I didn't. And I think people
And
who
Wyatt
said they
Langford
did
said, "This is for
might
Kevin."
be lying.
They scored 9
Hold on.
runs.
Tell me, be honest.
MVP race
No. Be honest. Down 7-4, you thought the Rangers were going to win.
If you're saying that I thought that.
No, question mark. Did you think the Rangers were going to win? That is nicely done. I think that answers my question. But guess what? We can go to cut number 2 because this is what happened, and maybe the momentum is starting.
Zach Kelly is in to pitch here for Boston. Ezekiel Duran, the ghost runner at second. First pitch swinging. Jonah Heim blast one deep out into right field. It is over the wall. Abreu tried to make a leaping grab in front of the Boston bullpen, but he couldn't bring it back. Jonah Heim with a 2-run home run. Rangers on top here, 9-7.
That was the moment.
Now what?
Okay.
After the moment.
Okay. Wait, what?
When the Wyatt Langford one was the moment.
Okay, so the Wyatt Langford was the moment, and
Yeah.
this was the moment after the moment?
Yeah, because then that showed you it wasn't just Wyatt. It was contagious. That's contagious.
I hope you're right.
That's a
yes.
reality. And I think when Adolis went
The
up there
best
and
way
had,
to get contagious is to all get on a plane together.
that's how I got it a while back. My buddy was on a plane, and then
What is it exactly?
Yeah, what did you get?
All the guys after that happened all got on the plane together, and they all got hitting contagious.
There you go. Actually, I think that's in the dugout where it happens. Just my thoughts, but maybe so. Maybe
More
it was on
open
the
air
plane.
in the dugout.
Yeah, but Kevin, I think it's contagious, man. You see one dude go after it, he gets his, and he's like, all right. But I really still think it starts with Adolis, and him having the kind of game he had last night, I think was a big factor.
All right.
I just need him to do it again for the rest of the season.
Then you won't care for my first question in storylines to watch for the rest of the Major League season. Do you think a storyline to watch is, will the Rangers have a massive releases this month?
50-50.
Not if they win the next one.
Just okay.
And then the next
so
one.
hold on. No, I really like the idea that if they win tonight, they're like, we're good.
Kevin, all right. I know I've
That
told
kinda
you.
happened in the White Sox series.
I've told you about Shoresy.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite shows. I love Shoresy. It's an absolute blast. The beginning of the show is basically they're playing Whale S hockey. All right, it's minor league hockey, and they're gonna fold the team.
Oh.
And Shoresy's like, don't do it. Please, we will never lose again. That's what he tells them, and she's like, you can't ever lose again. And he's like, just let me collect my team. And I think that's what needs to happen. Boach needs to walk in there with a Ray Davis cutout, all right, and just say, all right, guys, every time y'all win a game, we remove a piece of Ray Davis's suit. And then the team rallies together, never loses another game, and just keeps going. Then why would you sell? Why would you say, hey, we're releasing these players? Let's make another run at this championship. I like that idea more than I like Ray Davis is going to piece off every one of these players.
I didn't say the storylines you like. I said the storylines to watch that might define the regular season.
Why would I watch something I don't like?
I think if they are...
Oh, please, because you're a sports fan. You watch things you don't like all the time.
If they are 10 or more games back on August 28th, I would lean towards 70% that they release or put on waivers. So I'm going to make this clear. You don't just ultimately release them. What you do is you put them on waivers.
Yeah.
If anybody claims them, they got them.
Order.
But if they're, I know this, I'm going to give two different numbers here. If they are 7 games out of the division, I think they'll hold on to Andrew Heaney and Evaldi and a couple other guys that their contracts are up at the end of the year, and the likelihood of the Rangers financially being able to compete in the marketplace to get them to come back isn't very high. Then I think they will keep them if they're 7 or less. I think if it's 10 or more, they will put 2 to 4 guys on waivers to save money for the rest of this season.
Okay.
But there's that buffer of 8 or 9 that I don't know what they'll do.
Now, it could be worse, Corey. Can the Chicago White Sox make history? The worst winning percentage in the history of baseball is 242. Or excuse me, 242 would mark the worst winning percentage since 1916. The White Sox would need to finish 39 and 123. Right now, they're 29 and 93. Do you think the White Sox can do it?
No.
And go 10 and 30 down the stretch?
100%. Oh, you're saying that's good? That would.
No, that would set the record.
Yeah, they're going to set the record.
If they don't go better than 10 and 30.
I think they're going to set the record. That is, their talent on that team is so low right now. I just don't know how they figure it out. Heck, Eloy Jimenez wasn't even having a good year for them, and he's not even on the team anymore.
Sure.
So, like, I just look at it and go, I don't know how they beat the Yankees on that day they did. But all they have to do is do that 11 more times, and they tie the record.
Yes, I guess they'll tie the record then.
Has Grady Sizemore been like the interim manager for every team in baseball? I feel like he's. Am I wrong?
He's only 40 or 42 years old.
I feel like he rolled through our organization at one point, right? Am I wrong about that?
I think you're wrong about that.
Okay.
Are you thinking Grady Little?
That's
who's
who I
like
was thinking.
80 years old?
Yeah.
So.
Now, do you give the White Sox any credit for the fact that they're dropping their season ticket prices by an average of 10% for
Who's
next
doing
year?
this?
The White Sox. They're like, because somebody asked about the Rangers. The Rangers are not doing that I'm aware of. But the White Sox, 10% across the board, because they're like, we're terrible.
I don't think that's going to help at all.
Okay.
I mean,
No, I
let's
get
just
it.
say you're a diehard. Let's just take it to the Rangers.
Sure.
But the Rangers win 38 games, and you know they're not spending any money to make it better. The
Yeah.
White Sox, what I'm saying is, but you just have to put yourself in Rangers shoes if you're a Rangers fan. Like 10% doesn't matter. Honestly, it'd have to be, if I was diehard, it'd have to be close to 50%.
Okay.
To be like, yeah, I'm going to go watch us go 20 and 60 next year.
Yeah. All right. Who is going to win the AL East? Obviously, the Yankees and the Orioles have gone back and forth, back and forth. The Yankees are up by half a game right now. Are you invested in the AL East race? And if so, who do you think is going to win it?
I'm going to lean towards Baltimore. I know that right now Grayson Rodriguez is on the injured list, and they think he's going to just miss 2, possibly 3 starts.
Yep.
But I look at the Yankees, and I get it. They have 2 of the best hitters in the game, and maybe the best 1-2 combination that we've seen in a very long time. Maybe Griffey and A-Rod right before Griffey left to go to Cincinnati, and then obviously A-Rod the following year ended up going to Texas. But I don't love the New York Yankees starting pitchers. And I'm not like super in love with Baltimore, but I think they have more.
Okay.
So I'm going to lean towards Baltimore. Holds on. It's going to be a great, because man, you get a bye, or you're in a 4-5 matchup against who we'll see tonight here, Minnesota.
Is this the last dance for the Houston Astros?
No,
Oh.
I thought it was, but here's why. I thought Texas was going to take it over. I really did. I thought this is like the perfect timing for the Rangers. Can you believe this? And you didn't win the division last year, but you beat them in the playoffs. You have that momentum. You have Young, Carter, Langford. And then what are we going to spend? We just won the World Series. And it just seems like the Rangers maybe aren't prepared. And there's nothing they can do about it. Obviously, I work for the Rangers and Bally's and here. But this TV situation seems like it's put a stop
Yeah.
to the building off of a championship team and building even more. So the Rangers aren't going to do it, as in the Rangers aren't going to try to overtake this division for the next 5 years. They're going to hope, but they're not going to do everything possible to do it. They're going to hope that Jack Leiter and those guys develop. Seattle just is Seattle.
Yeah.
They just can't figure out. The last time they won the division, Ichiro was a rookie. Like, that's the last time they won the division. Ichiro was a rookie in baseball from Japan. So I look at it and go, Houston's still going to have Altuve and Alvarez, and at this point, I think 85 to 87 games is going to win the division again next year.
I think Mike's completely right that they win that division. I don't look at them as a competitor in playoff time, like a real true competitor.
I'm with you too.
Okay.
Compared to the other teams. That's just kind of where but I'm right there with you. Like, they'll continue to be good in this division because the Rangers haven't shown they can consistently do it.
Here's where they could get lucky in the playoffs. We just talked about Baltimore and New York, 1 and 4 seed. Well, the 1 seed plays the 4-5 matchup. It's not like where it's like, well, if the 6 seed upsets, then Baltimore gets the 6 seed. So Baltimore and New York are going to have to play each other in the divisional round, most likely. That's your divisional round, the 2 best teams in the divisional round. That means Houston, if they win their division, they will take on, right now, it'd be Kansas City. They beat Kansas City, and then they're taking on Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't have much pitching either. They're having a tremendous year, but you could see Houston back in the ALCS, even though I'm with you, Corey. Maybe in a way not deserving, because it should be Baltimore and New York in that situation.
I know he's looked human in his last couple of starts, but are you invested in, could Paul Skenes still win the NL Cy Young? And do you think he can?
I don't think they're going to allow him to pitch enough innings. Do you think they're going to
shut him down?
Because he didn't get called up till early May, so he misses a whole month of April, and now I think in September they are going to limit his starts and limit his innings. I don't think they're going to shut him down, but now that they've lost 10 in a row,
it's something like that.
I think they've lost 10 in a row.
That is correct.
Now they are not in the playoff picture anymore, so you don't have to have the tough decision like Steven Strasburg in 2012-ish or so, where you're like, hey, we could make the playoffs, we could make a run, and the only way to do it is Skenes pitches us there. Well, now that you're not in that situation, it took the pressure off them to go, hey, maybe the last 2 weeks of the season, we're like, hey, you did great rookie year, rookie of the year, but we're not pushing you anymore.
It's good. I think he does what Randy Johnson says and says, you don't tell me how to pitch.
Okay, that would be interesting because depending on where you look, he's 3rd or 4th in the NL Cy Young betting odds. Chris Sale leads the way, then Zach Wheeler. I think those are the agreed upon 1 and 2. And then Skenes and Hunter Green are kind of in the mix together. But he has been super fun to watch this year. And then I just saw this come out, and I know we talked about the value of the Rangers farm system, but MLB.com re-ranked the farm systems, and they have got the Rangers not at 28, but at 26. And midseason ranked for 2022, 6. 2023 preseason ranked, 7. Midseason ranked that season, 10. Preseason ranked this season, 7. Obviously, you've graduated the 2 key prospects, and now the Rangers have tumbled down to 26. And this division has horrible farm systems because the Angels are 29th and the Astros are 30th.
That's the thing about this division. Now, Seattle, we mentioned, had 6 on the top 100 list yesterday. So maybe Seattle is figuring it out, and I need to give them more credit. But this, for the next 5 years, is a wide-open division and will probably be the worst division in all of baseball for the next 5 years.
Seattle's number 9, by the way. Their climb over the last couple of years, 24, 24, 19, 18, and now they're up to number 9. And as you said, they have 6 prospects in the top 100. So maybe it could be turning around for them.